Welcome to this Hatha flow class. So this is a repeat, if you were here, of Tuesday morning's class. And if you've just done the gentle class, there's quite a lot of overlap, but then we do some different things as well. We're working specifically with the sacrum, the back of the pelvis, this very solid, dense bone. And these very delicate, kind of very subtle joints where the ilia, the two hip bones, connect to the sacrum, which is quite often where we can feel discomfort in yoga or in our daily lives. So it's as much a little bit of yoga therapy as an awareness exercise into this part of the body, and then more development of awareness as we come into some very classical standing postures. Trying to work out our own edge in relation to what's going on with this part of the body. Because there are some poses like triangle, like tree, that can really provoke a lot of discomfort and even pain and damage in the sacro-iliac joint. And it's just really important, obviously, to listen to your yoga teacher, not just me, other yoga teachers too, but also to listen to your own body, because yoga isn't always taught in a way that protects your body. All yoga teachers are different, but I know myself that I've really hurt myself in this part of the body. So I was really grateful when Joan asked for a class that would explore the role of this joint in our main asana and in how we look after ourselves. So if you'd like to come to lying flat on your back, please. Soles of your feet on the floor, about hip distance apart. And just noticing how close you want your feet in towards the body so that you're able to completely release down through the back of your body and feel the restfulness of this position. And I know I quite often say this, but it feels important to me that when we work in yoga with some technical aspects, like we will today, it's really important to always remember that whatever we're doing at a physiological, anatomical level, in yoga can't be separated from a more subtle understanding of our energetic system and some of the more symbolic aspects of the practice. So, for example, when we work with this part of the body, we're tuning right in to nourish our Svadhisthana chakra. This is positioned in front of the sacrum in the lower abdomen. It's associated with our fluidity, our fluid nature. It's a source of vitality, of sensuality. Not a coincidence that this is the area of the body that also houses our reproductive organs. So take a little bit of time to fall into your body. Take a little bit of time to notice how you're feeling tonight. Thank you for coming. It's lovely to see you all. Can you become really heavy? Really give yourself up and down to the earth. And allow yourself to breathe naturally. Soft in the lower belly to help receive the breath. If you want to set yourself an intention for your practice, a sankalpa, do go ahead. What do you really need tonight, this evening? Once you feel you're settling in, alert and attuned to your body, your breath, your inner landscape, can you bring your attention specifically to this bone that I've talked about, the sacrum? Maybe even feeling the density of the back of your pelvis in contact with the floor. And noticing if you feel that you're more released, more heavy down through the right or the left side, or if maybe there's a symmetry there. I just want you to notice sensation. Absolutely fine to wriggle around a little bit to bring your awareness to the lower back and to where your hip bones connect with the sacrum. Wonderful. And then sliding the right leg away so that your left foot is about level with your right knee. And can you make the body really super floppy so the right leg just hangs out to the side? And you're going to begin to press into the left foot and peel the left buttock, the left side of the sacrum off the mat, millimetre by millimetre. And then you're going to gently release it back down again. So in this part of the practice, we're just noticing what's going on in the left side of the sacrum. And we're exploring the pliability in these ligaments that connect the hip to the back of the pelvis. So keep pushing into the foot and peeling away. And with time, you may notice that you want to peel a few vertebrae off the mat as well. This is not about the most dramatic lift you can bring about. It's much more about noticing. Breathe. So this is a very therapeutic part of the class. Maybe you become aware of stiffness, rigidity, maybe even discomfort in the sacro-iliac joint on the left-hand side as you do this. Let's do one more. And then settling it back down again. Take a breath in here, and as you breathe out, allow your left knee to drop out to the side. So it's a little bit like a tree on your back. External rotation in the left hip. Notice. And then breathe and lift the knee, sole of the foot on the floor. And breathe out, slide your left foot to the far left-hand corner of your mat. And then breathe in, slide the foot up the outside of the mat. And breathe out, drop your knee across the body to the right, internal rotation. So we're just exploring the left side of the pelvis. Breathe and lift the knee. And breathe out, push your left foot back next to the right. Breathing in, slide the left foot up the inside of the right leg. And breathe out, drop your knee out to the left. Very gentle with yourself, feeling your way. Breathe and lift the knee. Breathe out, push your foot to the far left-hand corner. Breathe in, slide your foot up the outside of the mat. And breathe out, drop your knee into the center. Try not to clench anything here. You're completely floppy. Lift the left knee. Push your feet together again. And take a moment to feel the body. So that's a wonderful thing to do if you have any jip in your sacro-iliac joint on the left-hand side. Now we'll come to the right. Bend up your right knee, foot on the floor. Allow the whole body to be super floppy. And then begin to push into the right foot to peel the right buttock side of the sacrum off the mat. Just a tiny bit, and then come back down again. And keep going, keep going. If you want to, you could begin to peel a vertebrae or two off the mat. Doesn't really matter, it's about how you feel. Breathing freely. Find that fluid vitality in your body. Vital potential in the pelvis. Bearing in mind that the sacrum acts as a rudder, stability for the spine that lifts up and out of the pelvis. And just taking one more until you drop your right buttock side of the sacrum back down. And take a breath in. And then breathe out, drop your knee out to the right, external rotation to the right. It'll be different on each side, no doubt. And then breathe and lift the knee, sole of the foot to the floor. And push your foot to the far right-hand corner as you breathe out. And breathe in, slide your foot up the outside of the mat. And breathe out, drop your knee over to the left, internal rotation. Breathe in, lift the knee, sole of the foot to the floor. And breathe out, push your right foot by the left. Breathe in, slide the foot up the inside of the leg. And breathe out, drop the knee out to the side. Breathe in, lift the knee. Breathe out, push your foot to the far right hand corner. Breathing in, slide your foot up the outside of the mat. Breathing out, drop your knee across the body to the left. Breathing in, lift the knee. And breathe out, slide your right foot by the left. Last time, breathing in, foot up the inside of the left leg. And breathe out, open the knee out to the left, right. Breathing in, lift the knee. Foot to the far right hand corner of your mat. Slide your foot up the outside of the mat, breathe in. And breathe out, drop the knee across the body. Very soothing. Breathe in, lift the knee. And breathe out, bring your feet together and take a moment to just lie here and feel the difference, if there is any. And breathe. And then drawing your right knee in towards you as you push the left heel away. You can stir around a little bit in that right hip now. In both directions. And then really strong in the left leg. Inhale as you lift, 2, 3, 4. Feel the stability and the strength. Pause. And then breathe out, 2, 3, 4 as you come down. And do that 3 more times. In, 2, 3, 4. Pause. Down, 2, 3, 4. 2 more times in your own time. Coming into your final one. Can you feel the strength and the stability here? Core stability. When your left leg is down, breathe in And breathing out, head to the knee, right knee. Take a breath in here. And then breathe out, release everything along the mat. Take a moment to feel the difference between the two sides. And then bring your left knee in, push the right heel away. And stir around a little bit in the left hip. You're really pushing through that right heel as if you're slipping a little bit more space into the sacrum on the right hand side. And then reverse the direction of the circles. And we'll come to 4 lifts, breathing in for 4, 2, 3, 4, and pause. Lower abdomen is engaged. 2, 3, 4, come down. 3 more. Slow and methodical. It's a study. This is a technical class. And I know some people love this kind of yoga and some people would rather be in a more creative flow, but this week that has to wait till Saturday. It's good to mix it up. Maybe coming now to your last lift. When your right leg is on the floor, take a breath in and breathe out, head to knee. Taking a breath in here and then breathing out to release the whole body on the mat. Take a moment to feel. Is there any change? We're going to meet in an all-fours position. You might like to roll from head to tail. You might like to roll over to one side. Choose what works for you. And then coming to meet on all fours. It might be quite nice to take a few circles into the hips here. Nothing complicated, just a little bit of soothing motion in one direction. And then take that in the opposite direction. Wonderful. And then sliding your right leg away and really actively engaging your lower abdomen. Now I don't mean gripping into a tight little ball, but drawing it up towards the spine. This is going to protect the lower back. And then as you breathe in, lift the right leg up. Toes are digging down towards the floor, and breathe out, just come to a sense of the stability and the strength here. And all we're going to do for a few rounds is turn the toes out to the right, external rotation. Look over the right shoulder, hold here, notice the muscles and the strength involved, and then come back down. Can you just do that twice more? And this is where some of you may notice that there's discomfort in the sacro-iliac joint. So notice what happens for you. And your third one, just drop the foot to the floor. And take a breath in and out. And then breathe in, lift the leg up. And breathe out, bring the leg out to the side. And we're going to stir around a little bit out to the side here in one direction. Sometimes people like to pump it up and down a bit. It's all right, you can probably feel that. If you stir in the opposite direction. And then swing the leg out behind you, inhale, exhale, drop. We'll do that 2 more times. So we're really working into all these little muscles, piriformis muscle, gluteus medius, these muscles around the gluteal muscle. Extend the right leg, lift it up, inhale, exhale out to the side, and then pump it up and down. I think this is more effective than stirring. Pushing through the heel. Can you feel it? So I felt really tough on Tuesday doing this, and now this already feels better. It's quite quick to strengthen. Lift the leg out behind you, inhale. Exhale, drop the foot. Take a breath in and out before you come to your final round. It's really enlivening all the muscles around the sacrum, the pelvis. Taking it in your own time here, a little bit of a pump. Breathe. And then leg out behind you, inhale, exhale, drop the leg, drop the knee. And we'll take all of that to the left. Take your left leg out behind you, find the strength, the stability in the lower abdomen. Breathe and lift the leg up, pushing through the heel, toes are digging down. Breathe out here, and then simply explore that external rotation, turning the toes out to the left, and then turning them down again. So this is a wonderful way for really tuning into the tissues, the muscles that are involved in turning the hips here, turning the leg. Keep breathing. It's quite tough. This is something that will really show you that your abdominal core is completely disconnected or attached to what goes on in the pelvis. Okay, and then drop the foot down. Take a breath in and out. And then lift the leg up. Bring it out to the side. And have a little stir around, pushing through the heel in one direction and then in the other. And then have a little pump up and down. Try not to buckle in that right elbow. So it's really hard on this side for me. Breathe in, lift the leg out behind you. Breathe out, drop the foot. And do that 2 more times in your own time. I'm going to take it a little bit easy because I really do feel it on the left side. Bring the leg out to the side and then pump it up and down. Need that abdominal core. Take the leg out behind and drop the foot. Take a breath in and out. And then last time. Can you feel it? And then take the leg behind you, drop. And take a moment here. And sit back towards your heels for an extended child's pose, pushing into your hands so the arms are engaged and breathing space now into the sacrum. And we're going to take all of that inquiry, the sense of strengthening into some of those muscles and the sense of pliability in the sacro-iliac joints into some very familiar standing practice now. Breathe. And when you're ready, finding your way to a downward dog. Take a few breaths, really, really separating your sitting bones, strong lower belly. Push the mat away with your hands and your feet. Breathe. Lovely and long in the side body. And looking in between your hands, and walk, step or jump your feet forwards. So we meet in a standing forward fold, lovely and floppy here. And then breathing in strong legs as you lift your chest and belly away from the legs. And breathe out, stay here. Take your hands to your sitting bones and draw your bum cheeks apart a little bit, just to create that space. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, slide your hands down the back of your legs and come all the way down. Breathing in again, come up halfway. Breathe out, hands to your hips. Take a breath in and really visualize the length from your tailbone out through the top of your head. And then pushing through your feet, breathe out, come up, strong legs, strong core. And feel the body. Feel the stability through your feet. We'll take 3 sun salutation A just to bring more movement, more heat into the body. But with all that awareness that we brought into this part of the body, breathing in, lift. And fold. Breathe out. Breathe in, half forward fold. Step or jump to your plank, breathe out. And take a breath in your plank. Choose your way down to the mat, or however you want to come down, come down. And breathe in, peel yourself into a little cobra. And breathe out, come down. Breathe into all fours and out to a downward dog, 5 breaths. Feel it. Breathe. Looking in between your hands and inhaling, step your feet forwards. Exhale, forward fold. And pressing through your feet, inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands down. Taking 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, strong in the lower abdomen. Inhale, flat back. Step or jump to your plank. Exhale and take another breath. And choose your way down to the mat. Maybe come straight as a stick. Inhale, peel up into your cobra. Maybe you're in an upward dog. And breathe out, come down. Breathing into all fours. And come to your downward dog for 5 breaths again, exploring the expansion in this pose now. The stability and the fluid vitality of the pose. Releasing in the face. Next, inhale, looking forwards and step or jump. Exhale, forward fold. Palms together, inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, hands down. Last one. Breathing in. And breathe out, fold. Breathe into flat back. Find your plank. Take an extra breath in. Choose your way down. Breathe in, choose your little back bend. And breathe out, come down. Breathing into all fours and out, 5 breaths in your downward dog. Breathe. Keep pulling your sitting bones apart, lower abdomen engaged. Inhaling, looking between your hands and walk, step or jump your feet forwards into forward fold. Exhale. Palms together, inhale, come up. And exhale, hands down. Take a moment to feel the body here. Find your breath. Feel your feet firmly planted on the earth. Okay, my lovelies, we're going to come to some very classical standing poses. So, if you have access to a wall, this is just really helpful for alignment. So this is a technical class. Great to use a wall. You might want a brick at some point. So if you haven't got a wall, absolutely fine to do without a wall as well. We're going to simply come into tree pose, Vrksasana, And you've already done this on your back, with a real awareness of what's going on in the sacrum and the sacro-iliac joints. So let's firm up in the left leg to begin with, and take the right knee out to the side. And if you're against the wall, just noticing if you tend to pull half of the body away from the wall, and if you can use the wall as an alignment device, both shoulders, both hips. And you could lift your arms here. You might like to lift the right foot higher up the leg. Just don't take the heel into the knee socket. And as you push down in the left heel to the floor, push the right heel against the part of the leg it's coming into. So you really squeeze everything in. Strong in the lower abdomen. Even a little tilt back of your pelvis. And then maybe you can bring the heels of your hands together. And maybe you can breathe into stillness here. Really exploring length in the side body and smiling. You will have a chance to do it away from the wall. This is for alignment's purpose. Good to see you out last night, Debbie. I had a proper look at your card today. It's really lovely. Thank you, sweetheart. One more breath in here, and then breathe out. Gently bring yourself out and simply come to the other side. Simply come to the other side with all that awareness of alignment, your relationship with the wall. In the gentle yoga class, these screens fell down. It's quite amusing. It's probably going to happen again. Press into the right heel into the floor and the left heel into the right leg, and squeeze and find stillness. And softness here as well. Very soft in the face. One more breath in. And then breathe out, release. And step away from the wall if you're next to one. And simply bring your attention to the back of the pelvis, the sacrum. Feel down through the feet. It's very stabilizing, very stilling, practicing tree. Maybe you notice something. We're going to do it again, but this time away from the wall if you were there for the first time. So if you'd like to externally rotate the right hip, choose how high up the leg. Find that stability, that squeeze. And breathe. Really tilt the pelvis back slightly. This will help you engage the lower abdomen. Breathe. What's going on in your sacrum, your right sacro-iliac joint? One more breath in. And then breathe out, arms down. Slide the right foot down. Take a moment before you come to the other side. This is all about studying our bodies, really. And noticing what happens in these very traditional poses. Externally rotate the left hip. Choose how high up the leg you want to come. Find your pose. One more breath in. Gently come out. Notice how you're feeling. And come to the front of your mat for a vinyasa. Breathing in, arms up. And breathe out, flow down. And breathe into half forward fold. And step or jump back to your plank. And take a breath in. And choose your way down to the mat. Maybe hovering off the mat and coming into an upward dog. Coming all the way down and coming into a cobra. Breathe in. And we'll meet in a downward dog. And looking in between your hands, inhaling as you walk, step or jump forwards into forward fold, exhale. Palms together as you breathe in and you come up. And release your hands down, exhale. Okay, so coming back to your wall, if you have it available, or doing this freestyle, we're going to come into three classical poses: triangle, pyramid, and then half moon. I'm just going to bring it all together. So take your feet about 1 meter apart. Heels will be close to the wall, depend on the size of your bum, obviously. And then turn the right foot out. Legs are strong. And now this is where you notice what's going to go on the left side. Take out your right arm and reach, reach, reach. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Exhale, hinge. Now, can you see that your left shoulder is falling away from the wall? Your left hip is rocking forwards. Maybe for your body, it's right that your left hip rocks forwards, or maybe you peel it back towards the wall. Only inquire into this and see what works, what's comfortable for you. Strong lower belly. Your left shoulder should also be against the wall. So this is fantastic for alignment. And then you can lift your arm up and look up or down, depending on you. And breathe here. This is all about an inquiry into the sacrum and the sacro-iliac joints. Bring your left arm over your ear. If you wanted, you could lift your right arm and reach, 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 reach. Breathe. One more inhale. Exhale, drop your hands down, look down. Slight bend into that left knee, right knee, and come up. Let's just take this to the left, straight away. Straight away, right hand to the hip. Reach, 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 reach to the left. Long, 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 strong legs and hinge. Notice whether that right hip rocks forwards or you peel it back. Really be alert to what's going on here. Right shoulder peels back to the wall. Lift the arm up and breathe. Strong legs, long in the side body, spine coming out of the pelvis. Strong lower belly. Maybe the right arm comes over the ear. If you're feeling strong, lift the left arm and reach as you press your feet into the floor. Strong lower belly. One more breath in. Look down, breathe out. Bend into that knee, come up. Lovely. Okay, you know what you will have learnt from that little inquiry. I'm going to come into pyramid pose. So facing over your right foot. You could have your right hip against the wall here if you wanted to, but the wall's not so important for this pose. You could have a brick handy. Important point is that both feet are equally weighted into the floor and your legs are working. Take a breath in and then breathe out, come down halfway. Keep drawing the right hip back. Take another breath in. And as you breathe out, take your hands to the brick or to your shin. So I want you to start here by just inquiring into what's going on. Pull the right hip back. Strong in the lower belly. Breathe into the back of the pelvis. And it may be that you stay here, or it may be you come down over that front leg.
Maybe even your hands come to the floor. And you breathe. Don't allow all the weight to come into the front foot. What do you notice here? One more breath in. And a long breath out. And then bend ever so slightly into that front knee. And come up. And we're going to come straight into half moon pose here. And again, the wall is fantastic for this. You might have a brick to place your right hand onto, or you might not. So just bending into the right knee here, taking your hand either to the floor or the brick. And making sure your right foot is straight on the floor. Coming up onto the left big toe. And then just popping that left leg up. Now this is where what we were doing on all fours, we bring into the standing pose. So can you see that my left toes are digging down towards the floor? But then I'm going to peel open the hip so the toes are pointing out to the left. And this again is where it's up to you if you press that left hip back towards the floor and the wall or not. My left shoulder's pressing against the wall, I'm going to lift the arm. So the wall is just great, and I've even got a grid here to test my alignment. Wall is just great for alignment. So some versions of this would have a right angle in the groin. Some versions would lift the left leg higher. For the purposes of today, please try and come to a right angle. And don't stop breathing. And this is a great study of what's going on in the left sacro-iliac joint. You might need to rock that left hip down a little bit to release if there's any discomfort here. One more breath in. Breathe that look down and gently drop the foot and come back. And we'll just take that to the other side. Bring your brick with you if you're using a brick. So your left foot is straight. Come up onto the right big toe. And to begin with, just pop yourself up. I'm a bit far away from the wall here. And you start with the right toes digging down. So it's a little bit of an internal rotation of that right hip. But then if it's all right for you, peel it open. Draw your right shoulder back towards the wall. Really strong in the standing leg. Come into your half moon and breathe it. Where's the strength and where's the pliability here? Can you radiate? One more breath in. And then gently. Oh dear. Hang on. My screen's going to fall again, but you gently come out and bring yourself up. Take a moment to feel the body. And we'll come into a counter pose for all of this, which is Prasarita Padottanasana. So again, you can use a wall for this or not. Taking your feet as wide apart as feels comfortable. The toes are pointing in a little. Take your hands to your bum cheeks, and as you pull them apart, see if you can press your sitting bones into the wall. It's just a really lovely stability, and bring your hands underneath your shoulders. And everybody, wall or not, breathe in and draw the spine out of the pelvis. Find that length and breathe out here. Take another breath in and then gently draw yourself as far down as works for you. Maybe hands in between your feet. And all I'm really interested in here is the space in your lower back, the back of the pelvis, your sacrum. Breathe in billows and pockets of space into that area. Extending your out breaths if that feels right for you. One way to envisage this pose is as an arch of stone, and I can't remember the technical architectural term for the block that allows the two sides of the arch to meet and stay stable. That is your sacrum. The top of the arch. One more breath in and a long breath out. And coming around into a downward dog facing the front of your mat. And you have a choice. You could breathe out in downward dog, you could come to child, or follow me in a little vinyasa. Last one, breathe in. Come down to the mat, breathe out your way. Find your back bend, breathe in. And downward dog. And if you can jump your feet through, please do. Otherwise, simply coming to sitting. Take a moment to feel the body. And we're going to come to a version of Ardha Matsyendrasana. It's a little twist which is very, very good for all the muscles around the pelvis, as well as releasing the spine. So, if you'd like to take your right foot under the left leg, around to the left hip. And sometimes we would say, let's bring the left foot right over, but for now, I want you to keep your left foot just in front of the right knee. And what I'd like you to do, maybe with your fingers behind you, is try and tilt the pelvis forwards a little bit. So you're not slumping. And you're drawing your lower abdomen in. And we're going to take a little open twist here. So rather than twisting to the left, we're going to twist to the right. So take a breath in. And then come to the right. With that little arch in the pelvis, strong abdomen, and feel your way into this gentle twist. One more breath in. And then breathe out, come back to the front. And now we will close the twist. If you want to take the left foot over the right knee. Just realised I forgot pyramid pose on the left. So really, really sorry, everybody. It's too late to do it again now. But if you feel massive asymmetry in your body, come to pyramid pose on the left in your own time. Breathe and lift up the left arm. And close your twist round to the left. You could take your right elbow outside the left knee. But don't make this rigid. This is very fluid. And breathe. And soften in the jaw. Lengthen the spine. One more breath in. Breathe out, look back to the front. Just for a moment, let's take shoelace. Just because it's so good for the piriformis muscle here. Knees are stacked. If this is just not possible for you, release the right leg along the mat. And take a breath in, find length, feel into your sitting bones. And then come forwards for a moment, breathe out. Can you release down through the lower body completely and into the shoulders? Breathing here. One more full breath in and a long breath out. Gently coming up. And we'll take those little poses to the other side. So you're going to take your left foot under the right leg, right foot just in front of the left knee.
And fingers behind you to just tilt the pelvis forwards, drawing the lower abdomen in. So we're not slumping. Take a breath in and then twist to the left, an open twist. Breathe. One more breath in and a long breath out. Look back to the center. And we'll take a closed twist if you want to. Take the right foot outside the left knee. Draw the right knee in towards you. Lift the right arm, inhale. And exhale, find your twist to the right. Maybe your left elbow's outside the right knee. This is not about the strongest twist available to you. It's still taking us at quite a therapeutic level. Breathe. Breathe. One more breath in and a long breath out. Begin to look back to the front. Come into your shoelace pose, your Gomukhasana. Maybe extend the left leg if you need to, so you can feel through both sitting bones. Breathing in, and as you breathe out, maybe you come forwards and you completely drop down through the base of your body. Can you soften and surrender here just for a few more breaths? One more full breath in and a long breath out. Gently, gently coming up. Releasing your legs and coming to lying on your back, please. Knees bent, we're back where we started, soles of the feet on the floor. What do you notice? What's going on for you in your body now? So you might want to end the practice here, or you might like to follow me just into a few little moving bridges, just to really bring our awareness into the spine and the back body again. So as you breathe in, tilt the pelvis forwards, and as you breathe out, tilt it back and press into your feet and begin to peel the hips, the sacrum, the spine, bone by bone off the mat. Might take a couple of breaths when you're up here. And then when you come down, I want you to try and dig one vertebra at a time into the mat, allowing the sacrum to hang, eventually making contact. Tilt the pelvis forwards again. Tilt it back, lower abdomen strong, press and lift bone by bone. So if you like doing this, you could continue. We are coming to the end of the practice. I'm going to do one more, tilting forwards, tilting back and lifting sacrum bone by bone, the spine. And then coming back down, digging one vertebra at a time. Allowing yourself to feel the whole of the back body against the mat here. It's really nice here just to end, bring your knees in towards you. Maybe take a few circles here to massage. And take those circles in the opposite direction.
And then doing anything you feel you need to do to come to the end of your practice, giving yourself between 5 and 10 minutes to rest fully in Shavasana. Surrendering to gravity, releasing everything here, and observing the effect